YouTube, hey there, it's Casey Dimon here, TactileAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me as I record this week's episode of the Tactile Podcast. As always, if you enjoy podcasts, check us out by going to TactilePodcast.com. There's a link down below in the video description. Let's go ahead and record that audio portion right now. Welcome to the Tactile Podcast, where tactile investing is made easy. My name is Casey Dimon. I'm a tax-sale veteran. I'm the leading tax-sale expert. I am the author of the Tax-Sale Playbook, founder of the Tactile Academy, and I am your host right here on the Tax-Sale Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. This is a completely free podcast and is brought to you through and because of the Tax-Sale Academy. All right, on today's episode, I want to go over 5 things that you must know and respect about tax-sale investing if you want to be successful in this business. Now, I have the very unique privilege to have both my personal experience, but more importantly, to have the ability to watch and learn from many others who are on a journey of their own in the tax-sale business. Now, some of these people are just casual watchers of a video or two of mine on YouTube. Others are platinum members in my academy who I've helped propel towards the success that they desire. I've seen plenty of people do very, very well in this business. I've also seen others that don't even have a clue about this business. Now, the 5 things that we're going to talk about might not be the most exciting stuff, right? But they are some of the most important things to understand if you want success in this business. Let these things sink in, and you will really increase your chances of reaching the success that you desire. All right, let's get started. The first one, you must know and understand the laws impacting the tax-sale business where you invest. I get it. This is not an exciting part of the business, right? But I get questions every single day that can easily be answered by simply reading through the laws that are available on Google. In fact, I would say that the large majority of the questions that I get can be answered simply by knowing these laws. Probably 80-90%. I even took the time to compile all these laws for my Academy members into a state law guide. 1,200 pages plus worth of state statutes that I compiled for them. I didn't do that because I like reading what some attorney wrote into the state statutes. I did it because those laws are our entire business. Without those laws, we do not exist. This business does not exist without those laws. It's as simple as that. Yet very few people actually take the time to read through the laws that impact them. The same laws that are the rules, the playbook, the everything for their business. It controls every single thing that you do as a tax-sale investor. And it frustrates me like crazy when people don't take the time to read them. My suggestion is to find the laws that impact you. Locate those tax-sale laws. Academy members, there's a link right there in your dashboard. For everybody else, go to Google. Spend a few hours searching for them if need be. Then skip TV or skip reading a book or whatever you do one evening. And go through these laws line by line. Highlight what you feel is most important. And then take notes as well. And then build your business after you have read those laws. Refusing to take the time to read those laws is extremely haphazard, extremely. So take the time to do it. So important. Next one, research. It is central to our business. Our entire business revolves around research. If you hate research, you will probably hate tax-sale investing. I said it. You can't be a successful tax-sale investor without tax-sale research. Now, there are ways to be an efficient researcher, and it is mostly done on a computer. So when I use the term research, don't think that you're going to be digging through a bunch of library books to figure out what you're looking for. Many people actually find that it's somewhat enjoyable, myself being one of them. it is required, and it does take time. The fact is that the county, when they sell a property through the tax sale process, they guarantee virtually nothing. That address that they provide you, not guaranteed. That photo that they were kind enough to provide you, not guaranteed. The condition of the property, not guaranteed. The only thing that they are guaranteeing is that they are selling you the legally described real estate that is tax delinquent and is posted on their list. That's it. Everything else is up to you to figure out. If you do a lousy job at research, you will not be in this business for long. In fact, if you want to lose money as quickly as possible in this business, then don't take research serious, because the moment you do that, you will lose money. So my suggestion here is to really embrace research. Your research will determine your results. Once you understand that, this entire business becomes much, much easier. It's very easy to see tax sale investing as a buying and selling real estate type business. But what exactly is that real estate that you'll be buying and selling? I can promise you that all real estate is not created equal. In fact, when it comes to tax delinquent real estate, there's a whole bunch of junk out there. And it is now your responsibility to determine which of that real estate is a complete waste of money and which is an opportunity. So practice and embrace research from day number one. All right, next one. It takes work and plenty of it. Now, I can sit here and glamorize this business all you want me to, but at the end of the day, it really takes quite a bit of effort. I think we have all probably been involved with projects or businesses before where we have likely bit off more than we can chew. Sure, there are some shortcuts that will help you speed up the process to success in this business, like learning from somebody who's been doing it for a decade or two. But in the end, nobody can put in the actual work except for you. So I highly suggest that you come to terms with this from day number one. There's a lot to this business, and it takes a lot of work to be successful in this business. It also takes work to research the laws, to attend auctions, to buy properties, to market those properties, to sell those properties. It takes work. This is not one of those businesses that is, in quote, easy to make a lot of money in. Those businesses don't even exist. If you are getting into this business because you're looking for an easy way to make cash, please don't. Instead, approach this as a long-term business that you are building to be a sustainable business that produces income for many, many years. If you approach it in that manner, you will certainly reap the benefits long-term. In addition to work, in addition to effort, it takes time. In this business, I see people that don't understand this every single day. I'll be the first one to admit there are plenty of people out there that peddle real estate investing as a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not. It is far from it. And I've said that from day number one. If you need to make money tomorrow, I would suggest that you probably go out and get a job. This is a business that requires a substantial time investment to learn and to succeed. When we really think about it, what do we control? And subsequently, what can be sped up slightly? We can actually control the learning phase. We can control the amount of time that we invest to our learning, right? If we spend 10 hours per day learning about this business, we can speed up that aspect of the business compared to somebody who spends, say, 1 hour a week learning about this business. We can also control how long it takes us to research properties by learning how to efficiently do that. We can also control which auctions we can attend. But there's also a lot that we can't control. We can't control how often the auctions are held by the county. We can't control what properties are being sold at those auctions. We can't control how much competition is there. We can't control how much those properties sell for. We can't control a whole bunch of stuff that will ultimately determine how quickly we make money as a tax-sale investor. So my suggestion here is to put time limits only on what you can control. A prime example is instead of saying that you will buy your first property in 30 days, which we don't control the quality of that property, the price of that property, or the competition for that property, what you should do is instead set a goal to be completely prepared to buy a property in 30 days. Don't commit to buy a property within 30 days when you don't know anything about what will be available to you or the price of that property 30 days from now. So instead, that goal should be, I'm going to be ready to buy a property in 30 days. The same can be said for auctions. Perhaps you need to set a goal that you will attend 20 auctions this month instead of that goal of buying 20 properties this month. Whatever you do, make sure you set your goals correctly with the understanding that it takes time to make money in this business. Focus on what you can control without putting yourself onto some sort of artificial timeline. And lastly, and perhaps the most important one to some people, tax-sale investing is an art, not a science. If you've never heard that saying before, it means that it is not governed by a set of clearly defined do this and then do that type rules. In science, you are either right or you're wrong. In art and tax-sale investing, you must be fluid, be flexible throughout all aspects of this business. And just because something worked for one property doesn't mean it's going to work for the next property. Just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for you. The most successful investors that come through my academy realize this. They learn what they are doing. They practice. They do everything that I suggest. But there is not a script that is exact and must be followed. It changes in all market conditions, in every state, every county, and for every single property. My suggestion is to not be so rigid in how you operate your business. As an investor, when you become rigid, when you do the same things over and over and over again, a do this, then do that type process, you will often lose money at some point in the future. It will catch up to you. Sure, yes, have a checklist to follow. Do the right things. Do what you're supposed to do. Be thorough, but also be flexible when need be. Understand that the checklist you follow, it might just change one day if you make a mistake. You might find yourself adding stuff to that checklist, and that is okay. Understand that things don't always work out exactly like you think they should, so be flexible. Continually be willing to change and work on your business so you can grow that business over time. It truly is an art, not a science. Hopefully these must-knows about tax-sale investing have helped you out. These 5 things are things that you really need to think about and to consider as you get into this business and as you try to grow your business. Listen, this is an absolutely incredible business that I'd love for you to get started in if you're not already investing. But I also want to be honest with you. It is not all glitz and glamour. There are plenty of things that you must understand and learn about this business to be successful in this business. And hopefully, these things that we've discussed today will help contribute to that success that you're seeking. If this episode or any of our episodes have helped you out, please do us a huge favor and leave us some positive feedback on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on today. And if we can be of any help, there are a whole bunch of links in today's show notes section that will help you on your quest for tax-sale success, including one to our primary site at taxsaleacademy.com. Take care and make it a successful day. We'll see you next time right here on the Tactile Podcast. Bye-bye.